Just checking to make sure the feed is going to go live.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look at that.
Yeah, well, the feed's live.
So how about all that trademark stuff? It's pretty ridiculous.
I can't help but think that, I mean, I read through the entire 6 pages, and the guy makes some fairly legitimate claims about, you know, the mishandling of it, but holding on to a trademark for those purposes seems just kind of silly.
That was kind of my thoughts too. Like I also read through the whole thing, and I was just like, you know, yeah, you know, they did drag their feet on it. They probably knew that this was a problem a while ago. But yeah, like you were saying, that doesn't give you the right to basically, you know, steal it essentially.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm torn. The guy's kind of just being a jackhole, but
yeah,
he does elevate some legitimate issues / problems, just not in a very good way.
Yeah. Well, and I wonder, you know, if he's one of those, like, you hate to say it, but you know, like awkward Amtgarders where, like,
we don't have those. What are you talking about?
Yeah, yeah, right. Like, he's smart. He's obviously a smart cookie, but you know, maybe he doesn't realize or didn't realize at the time, and now he's just offended and, you know, just trying to play his card. Because I don't know. It seems to me like he just, like, he didn't like being disregarded, and that's why this is all happening.
Yeah, he's turned into more of a dickhole about the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just silly.
Yeah.
There, we'll leave that as the splash page for people.
Aww.
Oops.
Oh, Polarica.
I know we need some like theme music or something in the back.
What's up, Dexter? Yep. Yep. Let me know if you're getting any of my background noise in there.
There's a little bit, but it, you know, it's the sound of a kid's laughter and enjoyment. Yeah.
Yeah. Once it gets started, I'll be muting myself on and off. So. Soon. How'd the rummage sale go?
Oh, pretty good. Got rid of a lot of the stuff I was trying to get rid of, so that worked out well.
Still have a Raider airplane, I see.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep thinking I'm gonna fix it back up and fly it again, but I don't know.
Yeah, I used to do that with my dad when I was younger, like way, way younger, 5, 6 years old. It was always fun stuff. But it is a kind of a hard hobby to stay up on, and I don't know, expensive.
Indeedly. Well, how has been your first rain?
Interesting. Kind of a weird rain just in general because, you know, a lot of the things were predetermined before I even got there. So, like, there hasn't been a lot of decision making or even really planning necessary.
Yeah.
And then even from the get-go, like, the wrestling theme was only supposed to be pretty limited.
Yeah.
And I kind of lost a little bit of luster because a lot of people didn't seem like they were really interested in it. But then also, you know, the people who were doing or I shouldn't say the people that were doing it, but I finished everything I said I was going to do with it.
Right.
So now it's kind of like just kind of coast for 3 months and chill out.
That's probably one of the hardest things of being king is how do you keep that momentum going for 6 months? God less 12 months makes it even more interesting.
Yeah. Well, that's what made it so, I think, so ungodly hard at the time, was because I was campaigning for, you know, really hard for 3 months previous to it.
Right.
And in the actual job, to this point at least.
Oh yeah, and it will be. It always is.
Yeah. William, shut up.
William.
Yeah. No, he, like, just in the last 3 days or something is just, you know, totally starting his babble.
Yeah, I saw your message. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, because like he has been the quietest baby to this point. He's 7 months old and he hardly talked at all.
Yeah, just you wait, Dad.
So this is weird. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Whoa.
And we thought Dexter was the loud one.
Okay. I'm not sure exactly what will happen, but better to find out now than later. I'm going to restart my computer real quick, and we'll see what happens.
Okay. You're cold? No. Oh yeah, William? Oh yeah? Hey, what up?
What up?
Howdy, Micah.
Hey. Gary, how's it going?
Not bad, sir. How about yourself?
Good. So it looked like it kept on going even though I had dropped. That's good.
Yes, it
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it didn't pick up.
Great news. And the live stream is staring right at Theo's chest. That's amazing.
On Wisconsin. Anyways.
I'm gonna hurt you. What?
What?
It's like he doesn't even know the words to our fight song.
Well, doesn't it mostly come
it's
out
like that.
Blur? Yeah, fight, go, team. Like that, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I was just at the brewery fixing cans.
Oh, were you? How many does he have left?
A pallet and 2 flats. So like, gosh, it's got to be close to 1,000.
Well, that's not bad.
No.
Cool. My car may have died this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You turn it on and it doesn't sound like marbles. It's like something low end, like a bearing maybe. I'm gonna take it apart tomorrow and figure out exactly what's going on, but it's either gonna be something that's really minor, easy fix, or the engine is shot.
Well, let's hope it's not the engine shot.
Yeah, that would suck. But what are you gonna do?
Me, I'd buy a new one, but that's how I am.
Yep.
Okay, I want to test something. There's this Q&A option on the left side. You guys see that?
Mm-mm.
You guys not see a Q&A or on the left side icons? There's not a Q&A or any of that kind of thing.
Well, I'm coming from my phone, so probably not.
Okay, so it may not.
I'm actually going to see if I can find a different headset here. This one sounds really crappy.
Yeah, I don't see it.
All right, maybe it's just on the computer side. Ask your audience to submit questions here below. But how do they ask questions? Did I ask?
Maybe it's the people from the YouTube feed.
Is that possible?
Because, like, I know when people go live on, Facebook, there's a sidebar there that I believe only the person who initiated the whole thing can see.
Okay, I'm watching it live right now on Facebook.
I'm trying to see
I
where
don't see anything like that.
Ask your audience to submit questions. They will appear below. Is that an option?
Mm-hmm. The live feed is also probably 30 seconds behind.
Yep.
Maybe a little bit more than that. I mean, not that that really matters, I guess. But. So Gary, what you doing?
I just got home, taking care of a few things, so I could pretty much go to bed after we're done with this.
What are you wearing right now?
Clothes.
Okay.
That's good. And we
Well,
all
I'm not on the.
do that.
Well, I'm not on the video feed, so.
Hey, I'm not. I'm just wearing underwear, man. It's all good. Because it is hot as hell.
Oh.
I suppose this is live feed. Probably shouldn't say things like that.
So somewhere there should be a way for people to ask questions. Perplexing. Oh, they can from the event page. Way for people to ask questions. Perplexing. Oh, they can from the event page. I got it. For people to ask questions. Okay. So
next season. Oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Are you at your computer right now, Theo? Like, are you at a computer?
I'm actually on my phone, but I'm at my computer. Yes.
Can you, if I send you a message, can you check out this link and see what happens?
Sure.
Or Gary. Put it in the text of the meeting. You guys get that?
I got something. That's not on my computer though. That's on my phone.
Yeah, that can be your phone.
How can I send you guys this link? Facebook? Does that work?
That'll work.
Sure. So Gary and I have decided that next season we are going to go to every single Gambler Rough Rider game. Shit out of you.
Do what? Come on now. The Rough Riders are awesome.
So are the Gamblers.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Gamblers.
I think they have more.
I don't believe the Gamblers are Clark Cup champions.
They're multiple Clark Cup champions, actually.
I'm just saying.
Didn't they win like 5 years in a row?
I don't remember seeing them on the podium last year.
Well, yeah, last year maybe not, but you know, when you've got so many, it starts to get boring after a while.
Yeah, eventually you've got to let everybody win. I mean,
this is America.
You can't just dominate the league every single year.
It might be rough. We've had like freaking 4 of our guys get drafted.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
All right. Did you guys get that link?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, if you click that link, something cool happens. Like, you can actually hit play.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are seeing. Theo, show me what you're
play.
seeing with your phone.
So I hit play.
Oh, cool. And then
Now I'm in
can
here.
you go to QA, like at the top if you click on it?
Where does it say QA?
Or I don't know what you guys are seeing. Hold on. Theo, show me what you're seeing. And then at the top there's a little hex box.
Oh, yep,
One
yep.
of them says QA.
QA. Yep,
And then there's an option that says
Test.
ask a new question.
yep.
Now,
Got it.
I'm afraid that that's probably too complex for most people, so I'll just stick with my original method, but it's still kind of cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. For some reason, Melissa's on here.
That's
That's his account logged in.
yeah, that's Mel's.
I always knew
Hold
she
on,
was
let me
the
get her out
boss.
of there.
Of course she's the boss.
Well, you know. Yeah. I'll be back in a minute. There it is.
Well, this does not bode well.
What, that it's 5 to 8 and we're still the only 3 in here?
It would be bad on the day that people are getting inducted that we don't even have quorum to do so. Dude, Jory, dang it.
Oh, Jory.
I'd like to take this time to say I did not pick my Squire brother.
I'm like, I didn't think it was rocket science. I mean, I must have bombarded the link, the private link, like 15 times, I think. I don't know.
I'd say 3. 3 times.
Baby!
Ah!
It's Jory.
Hey!
Hi.
Uh-oh.
We've got 1 new board member and 2 advisors. Yay.
Whew.
Yay!
We still got 4 minutes. I have faith. Oh, 3 minutes. I've lost faith.
Do you have Limp Bizkit faith or Eagles faith? Or is that Eagles? Who did faith originally?
That was
Prince?
no, it wasn't Prince.
Where's your knight?
It's probably sleeping.
He should be here.
I want to say it was George Michael.
That sounds right.
Yes, it was George Michael.
Okay. So there again, are we talking Limp Bizkit faith or George Michael faith?
Definitely not Limp Bizkit faith because that was atrocious. Anything by Limp Bizkit is just.
No,
I mean,
Jory, we can't hear you.
I'm not in high school anymore.
Fix your audio.
Aww. You've matured.
Musically, absolutely. We have one Jossie.
Hey, girl.
Hey, Jossie.
Second.
Oh, hi.
keyboard.
Oh, we're webcamming. I can set up a webcam.
Yes, please. It's even streaming live to the internet.
Oh God, should I be scared?
Nah.
Yeah, you should.
How does your hair look today?
Well, I was just helping Devin build things in the shop, so I don't know. I scrambled home when I realized I had 10 minutes until I was expected to talk to you nerds.
I heard shower, not shop, but I'm just
Shop.
trying to sleep. Sorry.
Shop.
Shop.
You scrambled
Shop.
home from like 2 buildings away?
Hey, it's more than 2 buildings. It's like 5 buildings.
It's
And
the
there
equivalent.
was traffic.
It was the equivalent of like
There
where
was
you lived,
the-
Theo, and where Dylan lived.
It's the equivalent of me punching you in the face.
Hey, you realize I've lived in those Amtgard apartments before. All this Amtgard apartmenting you're doing has been done before.
Your face has
True.
been done before.
Yeah, it has.
Ladies and gentlemen, our
It's only been broken a few times, too.
Alrighty.
Well, let me see if I'm going to have to conference in the remainder. Stand by. No. Jory, use the little speaker icon in the bottom right-hand corner and make sure your microphone setting or your recording devices is set correctly, because Hangouts overrides the damn thing. It's annoying. I see Josie.
I don't.
She's making weird faces. I don't like it.
Oh, well, there's your problem right there, Jory. Jeez. There's a baby in window.
William's taking my place for this meeting, guys. He knows what's up. He's been briefed.
Wow, everybody's got video. Sweet.
Oh yeah. I just didn't think you wanted to see what I was doing, so.
We need at least one more newish board member, or we'll be not able to have a meeting.
Looks like Vault is looking to phone in.
Now we got to see if this works. Because with as cool as this is with recording and streaming, it does not do so well. You can't add phone numbers.
Your call cannot be completed at...
It sounds like that you could hear that. So
Yep.
Yeah.
so this might work.
Hello. Group prank call. That'll be glorious.
Okay.
This is Andrew.
Yep, this is Andrew.
All right, hold on. Hey, Beth, it's Micah. How are you?
Hey, Micah.
Hey, I'm going to merge you in here. Okay, guys, you're conferenced. How are you?
Hello.
I'm good.
Good.
Jory can't actually hear you guys. But
I can hear them. I just can't see anything with them.
might use your phone. Well, Jory will watch you guys and I'll talk.
That's fine. I got to at least get Shinker in here, because without Shinker, I can't formally turn over the board.
I just messaged him, but he hasn't replied to anything yet.
I don't know.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, can you join us on this on the BOD meeting? Or are you slammed?
Do I need to?
Yeah, I need you, at least one of you, so that we can officially turn over the board.
This is open too, guys. We can hear everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just, if you want to just sit on the phone, that's fine, and I'll do that part first, so you can drop afterwards if you want.
Okay.
Okay, stand by.
My
Okay,
seldom
guys.
seen
I added-
cat is making an appearance.
I added John. There's one more person I need to try to call.
Oh, you're stepping on the keyboard, cat.
I will ask if, just because we're getting so many people, if you're not speaking, if you'd mute yourself, and that goes for folks on the phone too, please. That's Raf's music. Hey, Raf. You there? Raf? I'll try once more. Oh, my freaking heck. That wasn't good. Stand by. I gotta add these guys back. Jory, tell her I'm calling her back. Sorry, Beth, that was my fault. Stand by.
Okay.
Or that's Andrew? Okay. Wrong button. Stand by. Hold on.
Hello?
Hey, sorry about that. I disconnected while trying to call Raf, so hold on just a sec.
Ready as reach.
Hey, you there, Raf?
Hey.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna conference you in. Okay, well, that didn't work. Raf keeps dropping, so he's not going to be able to make it. I'm going to re-add the other two, and then we'll get started. Yay. Oh, no, my phone lost signal. Bear with me a second, guys. I got to do this another way. And then we'll get going. Thank you for your patience. The Board of Directors meeting will begin shortly. John, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right. I'm having to do it a little bit differently here, so bear with me. Oh, Andrew was able to join by Hangout. Yay! Nod your head if you can see us, Andrew. Oh, we can hear you too. That's great. That will make things easier. John, I'll call you right back. Oh, stop that. Yeah, let's not call my boss. That would be dandy. Okay. Almost there, guys. All right, John, you with us?
Yep.
All right. Bear with me adding the others. They're gonna like freak out. They're like, well, who is calling me? Six.
Hello.
Hey, Beth, it's Micah.
Hello, Micah.
Okay. And then Andrew, I don't have to add you back because you're here now. Jory, you want me to add you, right?
Hang on.
Make sure you mute yourself at that end. We can hear you now, Jory.
Hang on, you can probably hear me. I think you called me in.
Hang up your cell phone because we can hear you through the computer now.
What's that?
Hang up your cell phone because we can hear you on the computer now.
Can you still hear me on the computer?
Yes.
Oh, that's fabulous.
And then adding Raf, and we'll be good to go.
All right. Do you want me to have my mom hang up her phone so she can just sit next to me and talk this way?
Yeah, that's fine.
My mom, hang it up. Is Micah still in here? Can you hear me?
Hey, Raf.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, got you all connected.
Oh, he's probably calling in the other stuff. Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
I can't tell, but it looks like you acknowledged me.
Yeah, Jory, we can hear you. You're good.
Hi, Jory.
What the fuck? Oh, the audio. God, shit, fucker.
Fixed one thing and broke another. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our meeting. Hey, Beth, welcome. You guys are getting feedback now. Beth and Jory are feeding back between each other. That's awesome. Okay, cool. All right. So if you are, for the purposes of this meeting, if you're not speaking, make sure and keep yourself on mute. It goes for folks on the phone too. When we do get called to order, we'll be following loose Robert Rules of Order. So basically, just kind of stay on topic and don't walk on each other and wait to be recognized. I'll be acting as the chair until such time as you guys will appoint another. For those people who are streaming, so this is being recorded, and it is also streaming on YouTube for people to watch our Board of Directors meeting. They can participate if they choose so by messaging me directly in Facebook. for questions, etc., etc. So there you go. Are there any questions before we get started, guys? And then I'll kind of go into the official deal. Having no questions, I will pull up the agenda and call to order. All right. I call to order the Board of Directors meeting of Amtgard Polaris Incorporated on June 28th at 8:13 p.m. CDT. In attendance is Micah Mogul, current board member, Jonathan Schinker, current board member. Therefore, we do have quorum. In addition, we have the following representatives or advisors, Jory Phillips and Theo Terrell. We also have joining us Richard Stromeyer, incoming board member, Beth Phillips, incoming board member, Andrew Carlton, incoming board member, Gary Sobeski, incoming board member, and Jocelyn Zastrow, incoming board member. And I probably butchered your names, and I'll apologize for that right now. Hopefully you'll forgive me. So, with that, we'll move on to the call of order being complete, minutes from last meeting. As a recap of last meeting, myself, John Schinker, and William Jordan met and officially adopted the bylaws of Amtgard Polaris Incorporated so that it would become formal. That took place, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but I will remend these notes for that date later. But that was the that was the crux of the meeting. The meeting was then closed, so it was very short and finish. Next, I'm going to turn this over to our acting financial advisor, Jory, to give us a current financial report of where we're at and any fund transfers that have happened recently. You can unmute yourself now, Jory. Now we can't hear him again. Maybe through Beth? Unmute Beth's computer or connection.
All right, how's that?
Good. Go ahead.
Awesome. So as far as the financial stuff goes, I managed to forget the notepad at home on my rush out to get to dinner. Our funds were counted and they were judged to be correct at MAME. I neglected to get the paperwork signed off by Theo at the event. That was my mistake. The only cash withdrawal we've taken from the fund so far has been for $115 to reimburse Beth for purchasing the books that we presented to the park representatives. In addition to that, I know that we have additional funds that need to come out to reimburse Cassandra whenever she gets me receipts. Beyond that, the financials are looking accurate and good.
Do you have a current total?
Not off the top of my head. That's what the notepad was for, and I left that at home. I can get that information when I get home, though.
And please remend that back to us. No gold star for Jory. It's okay. We forgive you.
Hey.
Okay, I'm going to pass the device back to my mom now.
All right. Since that's closed, any other questions for the financial review of any of the current board members? So Jonathan Schinker, that would be you.
What's the question?
Do you have any questions about financial review, or are you good?
I'm good. It's about $1,600.
All right, thank you, sir.
The ballpark.
All right, moving on to.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Raph.
John, what was the dollar figure when you handed it over at the May event? Say that one more time. What was the dollar figure that Polaris had before we did all the money exchanges at the May event? Before or after May, including the profit from May?
The question, yeah, the question, John, I think he lost his connection. The question was, is how much money did we have going into MAME versus post-MAME?
We had $778 going into MAME. 400 of that was given to Weezikus for a pre-thing for food, and the profit, or the payback of that, and then the profit of about $500 for the event got it up to $1,600.
So we turned a profit, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Guys, stand by. As Raph dropped, I'm going to try to re-add him real quick, so take 1 moment pause.
Enjoy this Verizon ringback tone while your party is reached.
He's back. Hey, Raph. Hey, Raph. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, can you hear us?
What's up?
Okay. The answer to your question is roughly prior to the event starting, there was about $700 in coffers. Post-event, there is now $1,600 in coffers. Is that about right, John?
Yep. Okay.
That answer your question, sir?
Yep, that does.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, having no more business for financial, we'll move on to the next piece. The next topic of the agenda is old business. Having none, we'll move on. Next topic is new business. The first piece of this is the induction of the new board members. The new board members being present: Jocelyn Zastro, Gary Sobeski, Andrew Carlton, Beth Phillips, Richard Stormare. I need to ask you guys each a question real quick. Jocelyn, do you still intend to take this position and fulfill it to the duties as prescribed by the bylaws?
I do.
Gary, same question.
Yep.
Andrew, same question.
Yeah.
Beth, same question.
Yes, sir.
And Richard Stormare, same question.
No, that's fine.
Thank you. Then the question on the floor, Jonathan Schinker, is a vote in favor of inducting the new board members. All in favor say aye. This is just a vote between myself and John Schinker. It sounds self-serving because it probably pretty much is, but that's what you do when you only have a 3-person board. All in favor signify by aye. All opposed say nay. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
The ayes have it. The new board
Yay.
members are now in place. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In accordance with our bylaws, there are a couple things that we've got to do real quick. One is the appointment of the 2 functional board members. I will remain chairing this meeting until such time as new positions have been put in place, and then you can decide whether to keep me as chair or remove me or elect one of yourselves as chair as president, however you guys want to do it. However, the first thing you guys need to do is appoint your 2 functional board members. All right, is everybody aware of what the functional board members are?
Nope.
Okay.
Go ahead. Be your treasurer and president.
Those are the officer positions. There are 2 positions called functional board members. I'm going to pull up the bylaws so you guys can read along. For those of you watching. Essentially, these are 2 board members that are voting board members that are elected or appointed by the board of directors. They serve a 3-year term. Excuse me, they are 2 operational. I had that wrong in the agenda. Okay. Essentially, what these guys are people that are primarily focused on the business and the execution and the protection of the game. I sent you guys a list of people who are willing to serve in this role. They do not have to be associated with Amtgard. They do not have to be playing Amtgard. They do not have to do any of those things. Okay? Their duty solely is to represent and make sure the business functions, thus the need for operational. It is a 3-year term. And they are appointed by the board. I sent you guys earlier a list of people who had volunteered or who during the voting process said they were interested. Your following operational board of directors members that volunteered and said they'd be willing to serve in this role are listed here. At this point, do either of you or do any of the current board members want to nominate anybody for an operational role?
I can't read it.
You have Jonathan Schinker, myself, Micah Mogul, Trenton Hagar, Jennifer Sparks, Richard Niskambi, Graylian. So I'll say Cue Ball, Micah, Hamlet, Dreana, Graylian, Brent Grola Lumpy, Gary is elected, Solomon Cartier or Morden, Beth, sorry you got elected.
That's good.
Zach Dejen Raz, Joyce, sorry you got elected. Tyler Calawart's Tibius, and Kevin Kolowski's Crisp, and then Michael Hagar. So those are the guys that said that they would be willing to serve in this role. You certainly are not obligated to put any of them into that position. It is completely up to this board on who you want to appoint into those two roles.
Hey, Mike, I'm sorry, maybe it dropped. Did you mention my name in there?
No, Theo, or you? Yes, sorry, Theo, you are in there. Akio is also willing to serve.
No, it's okay. Just checking.
Yep. So at this point, the question to the board is, do you wish to nominate any of the people that have volunteered, or would you rather table this for now? Though you are obligated by bylaws to appoint these positions.
So am I on this board? I'm already appointed.
Yeah, you guys are on. You guys are on the board. You were elected.
Yep. So is this another aspect to that, or are we just adding another person?
There's a total. The board composes of 7 voting members. 5 of them are functional. 2 of them are operational. The operational roles are the ones that you appoint.
Okay. So who's best suited for this?
Your people that are going to be best suited for this are going to be the more business-minded, risk-minded, operational, make sure we file our taxes-minded individuals, and also folks that you feel like will be responsible for 3 years. So you're more adulting type people.
They're talking about me, right, then? You're talking about me.
People like you, Beth.
So, but I'm already on it, so you're still looking for more people like
me?
me?
You need 2, correct. You need 2 more.
2 more.
Yep.
Oh boy.
2 more that are unrelated to Amtgard, or 2 more that can be related to Amtgard?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. Would you prefer someone from that list?
These are the people that volunteered. I would, as a prior member, I would recommend myself staying on. Jonathan Schinker has also been responsible. Theo can be responsible. You just want to look at these people. My recommendation to the board is look at the names before you and go, I mean, for all intensive purposes, how many of these guys can be Beth? Or be responsible and look out for the best interests of the organization.
Okay, so that would be John, for
So
sure.
I think if I had to pick people off that list,
Jory, Jory, I have to correct you right now. Unfortunately, you're not a board member, so you don't have the right to speak as an advisor at this point, and you're not somebody that can appoint.
Okay, I can.
Beth can.
So, I can. So I'm looking at a list over Jory's shoulders, and I don't know how to read that name, Jory. What's that name you were trying to point to me at? What was that?
Lumpy.
Lumpy is a great choice. Could we please ask Lumpy if Lumpy would do this for us?
So the people on this list are willing to already, so they don't need to be asked. They're aware that they could get added.
Okay. So anybody have an opposition to Lumpy?
Well, if you don't mind, we'll take nominations first to see if we can get 2, and then we'll bring it back around, okay?
You just walk me through this process. So
Yeah,
I nominate Lumpy.
So Lumpy has been nominated for one of the functional or operational roles. Is there any other nominations for this position? Need at least 2 nominations.
I nominate Theo. If that came through.
Ooh, I can second that.
Theo has been nominated for an operational role.
I'd also like to nominate Ian Sheasel.
Hold on, I gotta get a pen now.
Eric?
I'd like to nominate Hubal.
Give me just a second, guys.
Chelsea's gonna do it.
Okay.
Sorry, I gotta make sure I've got this.
You paged me.
So we have okay, so we want Brent is nominated. Theo is nominated. Who else did you guys say?
Hubal.
Q-Ball nominated.
Ian
Ian.
Sheasel.
So she's not on the list. We'd have to go back and ask her, but that's fine.
Ian, actually, I'm talking with him. He thought he was on the list.
Okay.
But either way, yeah.
We're giving Ferric responsibility? Is that a good idea?
He's actually a pretty good adult.
Awesome.
I know.
He knows how to do all of the adulting.
Okay, you have, board, you have 4 people nominated.
Awesome.
Are there any other individuals that you'd like to nominate before we go into discussion and vote?
I'm good. Anybody?
Very well.
Awesome.
We'll move to voting.
Cool.
Stand by, I gotta add Raph back. John, you still there?
Yep. I have on mute.
Okay, stand by, I'm adding Raph.
Say hi to the kids. I miss my babies. I think we can get them to come to convergence sometime.
Enjoy this Verizon ringtone while your party is reached.
Hello?
Hey Raph, just adding you back, okay? The question on the floor right now is that, because I'm not sure where you're at, we're nominating individuals for the 2 operational roles prior to voting. The following list of candidates are available to choose from, or you can pick your own. Jonathan Schinker, Micah Mogul, Hagar, Jory could be appointed, Jennifer Sparks, Richard Nesimbi, Grelian, Theo Terrell, Brent Gorella, Gary Sabowski, though he's sitting on this board, so that doesn't matter. Solomon Cartier. What's that?
Are we taking nominations right now?
Yes, I'm reading you the list of people.
Okay.
Richard Strummer, you're on the board. Zach Dejan, Raz, Joe Tyler, Calawarts, Kevin Kowalski, and Michael Hagar. Is there anybody you would like to nominate? Jonathan Schinker has been nominated. Theo Terrell has been nominated. Brent Gorella has been nominated. And Ian Scheisel has been nominated.
Can I nominate? I second Brent and John.
Okay. Is there a second for Theo Terrell?
I'd second that.
Thank you, Gary. Is there a second for Ian?
This is Jossie. I would second Ian.
Thank you. Oh, hold on. I got to add John back. Apparently.
Yes.
I'll be sad. You guys are going to boot me off the board. That's okay. You're added back, John. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to do a roll vote so that I can count and I don't have to listen to everybody yell at me at once. All those in favor of Jonathan Schenker, say aye by roll. Andrew? Aye or nay?
Nay.
Aye.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I have no desire to do that. I'm going to be in office, and I really have a problem with being in office and being on the board.
Jonathan withdraws himself. Okay. All those so Theo will be the next one. All those in favor of Theo. Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Nay.
Gary?
Aye.
Aye.
Josie?
This is for Theo.
Yes.
Aye.
Raph?
Nay.
All those in favor of Brent? Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Aye.
Gary?
Can I only vote for one person?
No, we're voting on 2 people.
Okay, so I can take 2 yes votes.
You can take as many votes as you want.
Oh.
You're just voting on each person. We'll see where we end up to narrow the field.
Got it. Thank you.
Yep. Gary, what was your vote for Brent?
That'll be an aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Theo, or excuse me, you guys don't vote. Raph?
Yay.
At least you look pretty.
All in favor of Ian? Andrew?
Nay.
Beth?
Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Gary, did I get you? No, I think I skipped Gary, sorry.
No, but that's an aye.
And Raph?
Nay.
Okay, board vote. Current vote is you have Brent has passed his vote and will be appointed. You have a tie between Ian and Theo. Is there any discussion before revote or any additional nominations?
I motion we put Micah back on the list.
Raph nominates Micah to the list. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Any more discussion before we go back to a vote between Ian, Theo, and Micah? Brent still having unanimous.
This is Jossie. I feel strongly about having Ian on the board. I really feel like Ian would be a good choice for the spot. I've always found him to be very level-headed. He also has a lot of experience with law enforcement type scenarios, and I feel like that he would be a good candidate for making sure that we stay within the rules and guidelines and sticking with that.
Jossie, is that because of something he does for a living or something because he does of a hobby?
I don't know what his official schooling is. I know that he has done security type positions in the past. I don't think he's ever been a police officer, but of all the discussions that I've had with him that pertain to anything regarding the law or regarding those types of situations, like even within rules and rule books and things like that, he's always been one to look it up before speaking if he wasn't sure.
I have a point of order for the board. I need to confirm. Theo, were you the one that seconded my nomination?
No, I've been on mute the whole time.
I thought so. Who was it that
That
seconded?
was me, Micah. Andrew.
Sorry, there was a question from the audience. All right. Okay. Any more discussion on the candidates before we go back to vote?
Ian's background is 10 years special event security. That has the security background, just to clarify on that.
Having no further discussion, we'll move to vote for the second round. All in favor of Ian by roll vote. Andrew?
Nay.
Beth?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Raph?
Nay.
All in favor by Theo, roll vote. Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Nay.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Nay.
Jory? Or excuse me, not Jory, Raph?
Nay.
All those in favor of Micah? Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Nay.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Nay.
Raph?
Aye.
The vote stands 3, and 3. Tied. Discussion. Back open to discussion or questions.
We're so productive.
Go ahead, chime in. Raph.
Go ahead, Raph.
Chime in. I put Micah back on. Mike, I know Micah's got has business experience. He has his workings. He understands the inner workings of the Aura, the way an NPO should work. It's a valuable tool on the way into it as a kingdom. I'm done.
Further discussion or questions? I would ask this board to debate because you will have to break this tie. Or it will be left up to John and I, sadly. Any further debate or questions?
I still feel really strongly about having Ian on the board.
Tell me why. Is it... Okay,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Positively, is there any negative impact you have towards anyone else? Since, I'm not trying to point fingers and make anybody wrong, but do you feel that, you already said he's a good candidate, but what about someone being not as strong a candidate?
I do feel conflicted about the idea of having somebody who is in office also on the board of directors. I know that it's within our bylaws for that to be possible, but I also feel that maybe having a hand in all of the aspects could be a bit too much to make good decisions. I feel like having them separated is a good balancing thing. So that would be my only opposition to appointing Theo. As far as Micah, I'm not against having Micah on the board of directors. I just feel really strongly about having Ian on, and since there's only one spot available, that's the only reason I'm no voting on Micah and voting for Ian personally.
Okay. It is reasonable. Is it reasonable enough to get everyone to vote for Ian, though, is the question. So it's not a popularity contest, it's just this is what makes sense. Does anybody have anything to say about the other people that could be a stronger argument into making it a yes vote? Okay, I think you can take your vote again.
A question that I have before we vote again. Is it no matter what, we have as many votes as we want, yes or no, on each one? Or are we able to, if there's another tie, instead be all like, all right, you only get one yes vote because we need to break this tie?
That's up to the board by bylaws. If there is a tie during this process, it's left up to the previous board members to break that tie, which would be myself, William Jordan, and Jonathan Schenker.
I'm also a previous board member.
Not of the formal corporation. Sorry.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, so you can choose to break this tie however you guys would like, but if you guys end up in a dead heat, then myself and John will be forced to break it.
Okay. So if we vote one more time and we can't seem to fix this, then you guys get to break the tie.
Do we, as a board, before we do the next vote then, to avoid taking it out of our hands to make the decision, do we all want to formally decide that we only get one yes vote? That way we can try to break the tie?
How many are there voting people are there?
There are 5 people voting.
Okay. So we can work.
So is the board in agreement? Is the board in agreement that you will only have one yes vote for this next series of voting?
Yep.
Very well.
Yes.
Is there any further discussion before we move on to the next vote?
No.
Very well. Please mute yourself if you're not talking, and we'll go on with the vote by roll. All in favor of Ian by roll vote. Andrew.
Nay.
Beth.
Please.
Hey, Raph, can you mute yourself for a second? Thanks. Somehow, Beth, you got muted. Just need to unmute yourself. Sorry. Yeah, 1 second. Again, this is a vote for Ian. There's only one yes vote for this series per board member.
Hey, I unmuted myself. Okay. I'm like waiting to answer my question. Can I ask you another question, or are we only doing the voting?
We are in the middle of voting. As long as there's no other board members that have a problem with the question, I don't see any reason not to answer your question.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Very well.
Okay. Can we remove Lumpy from the voting and put you back into that? Into Micah back into it?
Would you like? So are you saying you would like to reshuffle the vote as a whole to see where you would stand?
This is Jossie. I think that that's a good idea simply because you weren't one of the options prior to when we voted for Lumpy. But I'd still be okay with having just one yes vote through the entire series again for redoing both of them. I don't know how everybody else feels about that, but
I'm okay with that too.
Okay, so the vote procedure as this will go is it will be a last round of voting. Everybody will get one yes vote, otherwise it's a no. Everybody.
If you're reshuffling to vote for 2 people, wouldn't you want 2 yes votes for the entirety instead of just voting 1 yes vote for the entirety?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yep, that is ultimately y'all's call. So you want 2 yeses?
Why don't you vote by position? Just go board position 1, everyone gets 1 yes vote, and board position 2, everyone gets 1 yes vote.
They're both for the same number of years, isn't it? All the same time period?
Correct.
Okay. Well, in that case, we can just go through it once and everybody gets 2 yeses.
Very well.
Same difference.
Go through it once, everybody.
Okay.
And I got to make sure we still got. Was it John that dropped?
No, I'm here.
Hold on, I got to dial Raph back, guys. He would vote. He'd drop right as we're getting ready to vote. Stand by. I am playing logistics foo today.
Enjoy this Verizon ring
Stand
back
by.
tone.
All right.
Okay.
I'm in a rest area in Utah.
Yeah, it sounds like fun. All right, here's the question is hand. We were voting on Ian, Theo, Brent, and Micah. The terms of voting is each board member will have 2 yes votes.
Oh, hold on, wait. I have a question about this. I thought we changed our voting to the number of yeses after we had 2 rounds of dead heat, and not or ties. And that was supposed to be the tiebreaker, and not throw Lumpy back into the mix.
So that is a reasonable question. We had moved forward with keeping that in place. The question was brought up by Josie because the nominations were changed during the middle, which, by the way, you can nominate anybody at any time. If you guys so feel there's a better candidate, that they wanted to throw Brent back in with the new mix of individuals.
I understand the desire to do so.
So can I recommend to this board that you go through and have vote however you want one round with all 4 candidates, and then decide there if you need to do a tiebreaker after?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Beth, Andrew, everybody good with that?
No.
Yes.
Raph, you're not okay with that?
Nope.
Okay. Board needs to discuss then.
All right. Well, what would Raph like to do, or what is his idea of how he wants to proceed?
Raph, how would you like to proceed?
Well, I feel like I'm in an impasse right now, mainly because of where I am physically. So I don't mind. I'm gonna vote. It's clear the board feels differently than I do. It'll be on record that I disapprove of putting Brent back in after he'd already passed. Well, Micah got to be added in because clearly I understood that I could put in a new nomination whenever I felt like it. And that's it.
Any rebuttal, or is everybody okay with that statement?
I'm good.
Very well. We'll move forward with the vote. The vote is vote as many ayes or nays as you wish, and then we'll see where we're at. All in favor of Ian by roll vote. Andrew?
No. Or nay.
Beth?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
On
Raph?
who? I couldn't hear.
Ian. On Ian?
Nay. No.
The vote now is for Theo. By order of roll, Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Nay.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Nay.
Raph?
No.
The vote now is for Brent. In order of roll, Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Nay.
Gary?
Aye. Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Raph?
Yes.
The vote is now for Micah. In order of roll, Andrew?
Nay.
Beth?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Raph?
Yes.
Ian received 3 votes. Theo received 2 votes. Brent received 4 votes. Micah received 4 votes. You're down to 2. Would this board like then to proceed with the single vote option as you had asked for before to do the tiebreaker, or do you want to leave it up to myself and...
So there were 2 people that received more votes than everyone else. Is that just what we're going to go with, is the 2 people who received the most votes?
That you would have it if you'd like it to do it. Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind. Thank you. I need coffee. So your 2 pointed people are Brent and Micah. Is everybody happy with that? By number of total votes.
Yeah.
Aye.
All right. Woohoo! Goodness gracious. We promise this will be smoother in the future, but congratulations, you've made it through your first order of business as a board.
Woo!
Okay.
Man, that was tough. I think I lost my hair.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Moving on to the next order of business. Now you need to appoint yourselves within the board. This is a combination of all 7 board members. At this point, I am going to see if I can get Brent to join us. Just real quick. If he can't, he can't. That's fine. We still have quorum, so we're okay. Science and technology. I love this stuff. Anyway, out of the seven people that are available, all of you, plus myself and Brent, you now have to nominate and elect a president, vice president, a secretary, and treasurer. You could optionally, have a chairman to run your meetings. Otherwise, that duty will fall to the president, or in order of succession if the president isn't available. So, if you want to, do you guys want to go in order, or do you want to just self-nominate? How do you want to do this to go as fast as possible? Is there anybody who feels specific that they would like one role or the other?
I want Raph to be nominated as the president.
Very well. There's a nomination for Raph to president. Is there a second?
I second that nomination.
Raph seconds himself. Raph is nominated for the position of president.
Yes. Thanks, Raph.
Is there any other nominations for the position of president? It can be self-nomination too. Doesn't matter. Very well. Is there a nomination for vice president?
Gary.
Any second?
I second for Gary.
Seconded to, just for the sake of the record, can you guys just say your name ahead of that, just so when people hear the audio, they know who's saying it?
I expect them to know my voice.
It will save me a lot of typing later.
That's fair.
Gary is nominated and seconded for VP. Gary is VP nomination. Anybody else? Very well. Position of secretary. Nominations.
This is Beth, and I nominate Jossie for secretary.
Oh, Jossie, any seconds?
I'll second that.
Gary and Raph seconded. Josie is nominated.
Hey, Jossie, can you hear that bus?
Oh.
I meant to ask, Raph, are you going to accept your nomination to president?
Yes.
Gary, you accept yours?
Yes.
Josie, are you going to accept yours?
Yes, I hope you include giggles in the transcript.
Yes, I'll include giggles into the transcript, including the unapproved voice of the bus coming. Thanks, Jory, for that. Are there any other nominations for secretary?
Now my job's done here.
And treasurer?
I nominate Raph.
I second that.
Who?
Raph nominates Beth.
Beth. Seconded by Josie.
Jossie seconds Beth.
Very well. Any other nominations? Beth, do you accept that nomination? By order of the bus, she has accepted the nomination.
By order of the bus.
Very well. Having that there be no contested positions, I would ask this board in order of vote for all positions so we can do it all at once. Raph for president, Gary for VP, Josie for secretary, and Beth for treasurer to take care of all the duties therein. All in favor by order of roll. Andrew?
Aye.
Beth?
Aye.
Gary?
Aye.
Josie?
Aye.
Raph?
Yes.
The ayes have it. Congratulations, you now have new positions.
Yay.
Woo, that was faster than the last one. Yay. Raph, or the board, it is up to you guys. You can elect a chairman to basically execute your meetings for you in the future if you so desire. Otherwise, it will be up to Raph to run the meetings, etc., etc. Yay.
I'm going to motion to table whether or not we vote for a chair to see how the next 2 meetings go.
That's fine. That was just a point of order. It's nothing big time.
That's fine, but I want to see how things go for me first.
No problem. Okay, next order of business is responsibility of funding transition. I have now created the bank account. It is at Wells Fargo. What will happen is that Jory will need to go to a Wells Fargo bank and deposit the funding into that. The president and the treasurer will need to send me some information. I will contact you offline. You'll need to send me a copy of your driver's license along with SSN so I can get you added to the signature card. You'll need to go into the bank and sign, and then you will be given a debit card with access to the funding.
Okay.
So congratulations.
How expedient do you want this? Because I can take care of it by Monday.
I just need to coordinate with Jory and the banker to make sure that we get this done properly.
Okay.
So I will be in touch with
Monday's the 4th.
What's that, Beth?
Monday's the 4th.
So
Yay, fun. So it'll probably be next week.
Oh, sure.
Next week works best for me personally. Monday the 4th, and Tuesday I have a dentist appointment. But any other day during the week, I can make it work.
Okay. So Jory, I'll work with you too. I just want to make sure everything's ready to go.
Okay, sounds good, sir.
And the next very important order of business, which is the formal dismissal of the former board of directors. That would be myself, temporarily, Jonathan Schinker, and William Jordan. Do you guys agree to release the prior board? All in favor by order of roll. Andrew?
Yes.
Beth?
Aye.
Please release them from their duty.
Aye.
Gary? Josie?
Aye.
And Raph saying yes. John, you're free.
I hold your onus fulfilled.
Congratulations, John, you're free. Okay.
All right.
Prior to dismissal, the board, you have received a few questions during this transition, and now we're kind of open to the back end. And while it wasn't formally on the agenda, I wanted to ask this board if you were open to any questions at this time.
Sure.
You're certainly not obligated.
Yeah,
Can we play
I'm fine with that.
Panel?
Sure.
Okay, a question came in. What are the board of directors' feelings about the current situation with the Amtgard trademark, and do you feel Polaris should trademark Kingdom Polaris park names and anything else of the like?
What do they mean by trademark? Are they saying just like how everybody's updating their Facebook titles like that? Is that what they mean? Or what exactly do they mean by trademark?
Actually, a formal trademark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's an issue. There's definitely an issue that's been going around about the Amtgard trademark.
Yeah, if you weren't privy to it, Jossie, there was a very long post on the Amtgard page done by
Brennan.
By Brennan?
Thank you. And describing the situation, and there's one single Amtgarder out of the Eastern Seaboard trying to trademark Amtgard for himself.
Mm.
Oh, so that he can profit from it?
It's unclear.
We don't know what his various goals are, but that is likely his intended endgame.
I don't think you can trademark something that's been in use prior to that, because I know that somebody had also tried suing somebody about those arrows too.
Thank you.
It's also from
Unfortunately, Mike will not. I would love to have a discussion about this at Clan. There are lots of Polaris folk going, and I would love to be able to field this question personally instead of doing it over through my truck. But Knowledge is power, guys. But I'd love to wait for this for 3 weeks.
Okay, so what happens if we delay it? How long of a process is trademarking? And I'm assuming we need legal counsel.
So to give you guys a recap, Amtgard Inc., the newly formed conglomerate, the International Amtgard International, is already doing this. They're already combating this and having these conversations and are formally trademarking it with the permission of the BLBOD. So that process is already underway. They're just running into a headbutt with this other individual who has some apparent concerns and who's also started the formal process. From a business perspective, guys, there's really, I don't see that there's any need for us at all to trademark Polaris or anything else like that. And certainly the trademarking of Amtgard at this point is too early to tell how that may or may not impact us. I think we just have to wait for it to play out, and there's not a whole lot we can do short of representing ourselves at the Amtgard Inc. level. So.
I believe Polaris is already trademarked. Is that correct?
It's trademarked by the manufacturer, by the our motorsports manufacturer. Yes.
Okay, well that problem's solved.
Yeah, that one was easy. I mean, we could trademark Amtgard Polaris, but I mean, again, you're looking at spending thousands of dollars for very little to no value. We're
as
we're
long
not
as
a
we're
brand.
doing business as we're fine.
Yep.
Yeah. We can be unofficial anything.
Amen.
That's the reason it was never trademarked.
So this guy that's doing this, is he actually a player?
Yes,
He's
he
a
is.
player and a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's a player and a lawyer. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but can't we ask people not to participate if they're unsportsmanlike?
That question is actually being asked by their own kingdom right now in Crystal Groves. So I know where you're going, and the answer is yeah, but we'll see what happens.
It's nothing we
Did
can do. Yeah.
Did you guys see the letter that they sent to this guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you open up the Google document, it's got penises on it.
Yeah.
Is that his trademark symbol?
Watermarked penis. They watermarked it. It's beautiful.
They watermarked penises on this letter that they sent him.
Well,
those were
you're
phoenix
gonna have to
feathers. They
determine
were
what's
not.
going
They
on.
were not that.
That could be sportsman too.
Yeah, I think that should have been proofread a little bit better.
Wow.
So hopefully we've answered this gentleman's question, and that the board is looking into it further. However, doesn't feel like it has any real impact to us at this time. Is that accurate, guys?
I think that's
That's accurate.
Why we continue to talk about penises on paper, but anyway. Okay, there's another question that came in. A person has a request of the board to look into the research of the Inter-Kingdom Code of Conduct Treaty and the impact it may have on Polaris for adopting it or rejecting it. I don't know anything about it, so I don't have an opinion one way or not, but I will research it as requested. I don't know how the rest of the board sees.
Yeah, let's table that. I'm not familiar with that either, and I'd prefer to read through it to understand what it is before making any kind of comment on it.
Yeah, we can always add it to the agenda for discussion on the next meeting. Raph?
Well, here's the thing.
I have a high biased opinion right now.
Okay.
So if someone's going to ask that kind of a vague question, I would actually throw it back to them and say, we want a very, very specific answer or question posed to us so that we can actually not waste our time while we read this.
Okay, so back to...
Can I chime in here for a second, Micah?
Go ahead, Theo.
Just for a quick second.
Yes, go ahead. Chair recognizes Theo.
Okay. The last two questions have really been very Amtgard-oriented questions, and the BOD, at least our BOD, is very separate from that. That's somewhat reflected in a lot of the people that we voted for, too. So I think, Beth, what you're saying there, anybody who would follow Amtgard very much would know this, but you don't really need to know this because until you have right into it and whatever, like they're saying, it's tabled, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, it's actually an interesting...
That's probably why it was asked.
It's actually an interesting point of order there, Theo, that you brought up indirectly, but this board would actually have nothing to do with the adoption of the IK Code of Conduct. The bylaws already have a reference to a Code of Conduct. It would actually be up to the Corpora to accept that, unless they ask us to include it in our bylaws. So the game will take care of that piece if they choose to bring it in or not.
So that seems like a really good answer for the person that asked the question.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird, Theo, you said that, but I was like, yeah, that's a game document, that's not a business document, so it's not something that would ever get referenced in the board.
Not our circus, not our monkeys.
Yay.
My monkeys fly.
I'm not seeing any other questions coming in, which is cool. But this is an interesting format. I want to say I appreciate you guys playing with me as we kind of get it figured out. It certainly provides our populace or our members a chance to participate with us and hear what's going on. And me, I'm selfishly like to put faces with names, as I see you guys a lot, but I'm got a terrible memory, and I don't get to travel very often anymore.
Well, everybody has 2 names, so this helps.
Yeah, I have 1. I've been very, very lucky with that. I am just Micah. So, guys, the next meeting will be set up by Raph when he feels it's appropriate. Raph, I'll talk with you about handing off some of the rest of the material and some of those type of things, bringing you up to speed.
We can do that. I suppose, tentatively, I guess I won't see you until GAT unless you miraculously find your way to Clan.
Still working on it.
Okay. All right.
Okay, guys. Is there any other business or questions that the board would like to have, or advisors at this point? Anything you guys would like to add before we close?
No,
I'm good.
We close.
Raph, motion's closed. Do I have a second?
I second.
This
is Jossie.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Ayes have it. That will close today the board meeting of June 28th. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye, guys.
Bye, nerds.